Showing you guys facts is not gonna stop you from port begging. My only thing I'm asking you is to stop lying. If you keep using this, I'm going to block you. It's as simple as that. Because at that point in time, you know that it's a lie. And you're spreading it to increase the confusion about the exclusivity of this game. To me, somebody that lives in the real world, I'm not confused. I know all the facts. I shared all the facts. And if you're watching this whole video, you will know all the facts.
I will now perform my people's native dance.
A few weeks ago, I received a sudden influx of new subscribers, and I was excited. I thought to myself, Daddy Frit's back in the algorithm. He's back in the clout game, bitch. But no, sadly, it turns out it was just a bunch of pathetic PlayStation fanboys that subscribed because I made fun of Colt Eastwood, something I've been doing for 3 years. But they didn't seem to realize that I also make fun of them. And when they realized this, Pikachu face moment happened. What? Us? We're not toxic. We have the best platform in gaming. We have Uncharted, Days Gone, God of War, Death Stranding. Oh, we don't talk about Death Stranding. We don't talk about that one, do we? Well, to the PlayStation fanboys watching this, all I can tell you is, unsub, hit that dislike button for the algorithm, and get the fuck off my channel. I'm a goddamn PC elitist. How many times do I have to make that clear to you? So what happened? What's worth making a video on the PlayStation fanboys for, Frit? Gee, what isn't worth making a video on the PlayStation fanboys about? They haven't exactly had the best year, as you could tell. Earlier this year, it started with them receiving the devastating news that 2 of their beloved exclusives that they used to hold high above their heads in praise would be going to PC. And the salt that poured from the heavens was enough to fill every ocean on this planet. Hell, the salt rose above sea levels. They couldn't grasp the idea of a game not being only on their platform. They loved them, but as soon as they were announced for PC, what happened? They made a complete 180. Nah, those games actually suck. They're no good. The real game, the one everybody wants to play, is The Last of Us 2. Oh, fuck. And then what happened there? That became an utter disappointment, but they had to lie to themselves. They had to say, no. This is good. This is good. This is a good game. And then there wasn't enough PS5s available for them to own to then brag about how they had a $1,000 PC in a $400 box. So overall, it's not been a good year for the PlayStation fanboys, and they've taken their frustrations out on Twitter and the internet. So while everybody's at home enjoying themselves, rolling a joint, fapping to some Fuda, these guys are going to Metacritic and to Twitter to preach about the injustices. What injustices, Frit? Well, it turns out that Death Stranding is gonna get some cyberpunk content. You'll be able to dress as a Night City resident and use the scanning and hacking tool, which actually looks pretty dope. But here's the catch. Oh boy, get this. Are you ready for it?
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in and you can constantly taste the salt.
Yep. I know. You're thinking what I'm thinking. The PlayStation fanboys at home must have chopped off their dicks and sacrificed it to Sony in order to stop it. No, they didn't do that. They probably thought about it though. Instead, what they did is they went to Metacritic and started giving the game zeros and effectively dropping its score by a lot. That score had already dropped earlier in the year when the game dropped on PC. Look, I ain't got nothing against review bombing. I don't give a fuck about corporations. If you want to go and review bomb a product because of something you disagreed with, I mean, go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. However, since you guys are review bombing it because there's exclusive content on the PC version of Death Stranding and not the PlayStation version, I have no choice but to point out the hypocrisy. The funny thing is I'm on your guys' side. I don't believe exclusive content like this should exist. But since you guys couldn't keep that same energy, I decided I'm just going to make fun of you guys. You can't sit there and brag about the Spider-Man exclusivity in Marvel's Avengers, and then turn around and cry about Death Stranding exclusive content on the PC. The fact you expect any of us, who for the longest time told you exclusivity is anti-consumer, to come by your side is laughable. Go fuck yourself. And let's read some of those salty comments now. We're super excited to finally announce that our Death Stranding X Cyberpunk patch is now live. Enjoy 50% off Death Stranding for a limited time only. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt if you're a PlayStation fanboy. Death Stranding is pushed as an exclusive on your platform, and so you spend the next 2 years being a toxic little bitch on the internet, and now here it is, Death Stranding's on the PC, objectively the best version, with more content and exclusive content. God damn, do I love this. This is the perfect way to send JTech to the hospital.
Oh gee, thanks for remembering us PlayStation 4 peeps that were with you at the beginning and have supported Kojima since way back.
Oh.
I should just kill myself.
Oh, that's... Come on.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna kill myself.
You guys weren't there at the beginning out of the kindness of your heart. Shut the fuck up. You guys were there at the beginning because only PlayStation had it for a limited time. Had the PC and the PS4 version came out at the same time, bloop. Goodbye! A huge chunk of the PS4 user base. I bet you anything half these PlayStation fanboys don't even understand the themes that are in any of Kojima's games.
But could we get a PS5 patch or version? Because we were who really supported the game from the beginning.
It baffles me. PlayStation fanboys sit there, worshipping Sony for years as they increase the price of games on them, increase the price of PlayStation Network, try to deny them crossplay with other gamers, and they seriously believe that they will be rewarded for being loyal to Sony. We honestly need to do some type of study on PlayStation fanboys and their mentality. Something's not right there. You bought the game at launch. Congratulations. Why does that make you any more special than a PC gamer who bought this game? Because you bought it on PlayStation? Is that supposed to make it more valuable or something? Get fucked. Currently, the collaboration is exclusive to the PC version only. We'll have more announcements coming in the near future. Stay tuned.
Wow, way to shit on people who supported you and bought your game.
Again, what is this? Buying the game first means you deserve something before anyone else? That's not how content updates work. I mean, if you want to go and review bomb for this, be my guest. But I never want to see a PlayStation fanboy call a PC gamer entitled ever again because of a similar situation. It's either exclusives are not in favor of the consumer or they are. And in this case, it's clearly showing they aren't. But just wait till the next day when PlayStation fanboys' minds reset faster than a goldfish's and they completely forget about their inconsistency. Sony spend their money on your game and give PC exclusive content? What do, I forget PlayStation fanboys don't know how to write. Hell, I'm being generous adding any pauses or breaks in their sentences because they don't use periods or commas. So I have to just kind of guess how the sentence went. Well, I don't know what to tell this poor PlayStation fanboy. I feel bad for him. Well, if you knew anything, Sony doesn't own Kojima or Kojima Productions. See, Sony paid them enough money to not put it on Xbox. They just couldn't pay them enough money not to put it on the PC. Because even Kojima himself realizes it'd be a stupid move not to put this game on the PC. You're the ones who are encouraging other platforms to adopt the same practices that Sony does. Why the hell are you bitching now?
Cool. Say screw you to the people that have been with the game since the beginning. Nice way to say you don't care about your
Biggest fans? Biggest fans. Just because you're a PlayStation fanboy does not mean you are automatically a fan of Kojima Productions. Half the PlayStation fanboys out there didn't even understand Death Stranding. Okay, they can't get their mind around a game that is as thought-provoking and creative as Death Stranding. That's why on the PC it's beloved, and on the consoles, well, on the PS4, it was a mixed reception. PlayStation fanboys believe games like The Last of Us 2 are masterpieces with genius writing. And then they'll look at a game like Death Stranding, not bother to read, not bother to look beyond just the surface level, or even sit back, look at everything they built and all the progress they've made in the world, and not realize what the game's about. Oh, but you know, Ellie getting her fingers bit off is a sign that revenge is bad. For fuck's sake, these guys pretending like they're the biggest fans. Yet here they are, ready to ditch the minute they don't get exclusive content. You're not a fan of Kojima, you're not a fan of Death Stranding, you're a fan of PlayStation. Shut the fuck up.
Oh yes, do it. Completely destroy the immersion of this atmosphere and story-driven game by adding things that don't belong in this world and are not known. So cool.
I don't even know what to say to that one. I'm gonna drop the joint and switch to a bong now. Listen guys, I didn't take a bong rip in like the last, 2-3 videos? I deserve this one. Come on. I promise I didn't mix DMT with it this time. People are mad at Death Stranding on PC in a review bombing? What the fuck? LMAO, so random. Indeed, it was quite sus, because earlier in the year, the game got review bombed by PlayStation fanboys for going to PC. But since then, there's been about, 200 plus new reviews? All around December 17th. You know, the exact same day this Cyberpunk Death Stranding crossover was announced, and they're all zeros, trashing the game and suddenly saying it's one of the worst games they've ever played. Yet you go over to Steam and it's overwhelmingly positive, thus letting you know just how salty PlayStation fanboys are. Had this game stayed exclusive to PlayStation with no announcement on the PC, they would still be singing its praises. But as we all know, PlayStation fanboys don't play video games, they play corporations. But there's something that's even twice as retarded that they're doing in the Metacritic reviews. They're also giving Death Stranding a 0 for the Cyberpunk port not being good. Because as you know, Cyberpunk was removed from the PlayStation Store. Holy shit. What a legendary console port. Oh my god, this is going to go down in history. CD Projekt Red, you fucked up. Hey, good game, but you fucked up. Either way, it seems they're taking all their frustrations to Death Stranding. So they're salty about the exclusivity content, they're salty about the game no longer being on the PlayStation 4, and for being one of the worst ports ever. I mean, these were the guys who months ago were trying to shame people for review bombing The Last of Us 2. They were waving their fingers in people's faces saying, "Shame on you, you're just hating the game because it didn't go the way you wanted. It's a masterpiece. Naughty Dog didn't mislead us. No, this game turned out just as we wanted. Unpredictably bad." I'm high as a motherfucker right now. Oh, yeah, let's look at some of those user scores.
Very bad game. Bad optimization, boring story and quest. Additionally, collaboration with trash Cyberpunk.
Bad optimization? Death Stranding. Bad optimization. I'm running that motherfucker around 70 frames per second at 1440p. Sometimes I put on DLSS if I want 120 FPS, or I'll take it off if I just want that nice native 1440p. Boring story. Yeah, I could imagine PlayStation fanboys aren't too interested in a story that questions what it truly means to be dead and whether there's an existence after death or not, because their pea-sized brains can't see beyond blood and guns. They never look into themes. For them, it's just pew, pew, pew.
Where do I begin? Kojima and team are really over their heads with this game. Too bad. Worst game ever. Basically, 80% are just cutscenes of a bad story written by a child. Basically, an indecent job. Worse than an indie game.
Like, I mean, at least he tries to add commas and periods, but he couldn't even spell indie. WTF? Are people seriously review bombing Death Stranding over a collab with Cyberpunk? Yes.
Pitiful, boring, and garbage mess. Definitely the biggest disappointment of the year. And easily the worst purchase that I've ever made on Steam to date. A concentrate of bugs, glitch, and, without any doubt, with the worst gameplay ever made for an open world game. I'm going to refund this shit now, because everything about this piece of crap sucks.
Worst purchase made on Steam? What the hell's a PC gamer doing here, reviewing this game on Metacritic? The PlayStation fanboys are so desperate that they're trying to pose as PC gamers. Holy fuck. Because you question why the review scores on Steam haven't dropped drastically compared to the ones on Metacritic. You see, because on Steam, you can actually see how much time people have put into the game. Here on Metacritic, anybody can jump in and just say they played it on this platform, and they've played the whole thing and they've decided it was bad. My god, this is pathetic. Review bombing Death Stranding because you didn't get that exclusive content and because your version of Cyberpunk on the PS4 sucked. What is it with PlayStation fanboys being unable to realize the utter hypocrisy? How long is it going to take them to realize they are the most toxic group in the gaming community? That used to belong to us PC elitists, but sadly, I'm just not anti-consumer enough to hang with them. Them PlayStation guys take it to a whole other level. But the most interesting thing to take from all of this is how quick they flip on their opinion of a video game, all because it was no longer exclusive. Makes you wonder what they really do think of The Last of Us 2, Uncharted, and God of War. Makes you wonder how many of them out there are simply saying they like the games because they're so indoctrinated into this fanboy cult that scoring points over which brand is winning as their actual hobby while posing as gamers. Well, I don't know what to tell the PlayStation fanboys. I can guarantee you half of them left in the first minute, and then 90% of them left at the third minute. But that's okay, I don't miss them. And you won't miss me, cause I'll see you again very soon. Hey, look at that. What was it, 4 videos in less than a week? Think of Daddy Frit as your silver lining for 2020.
Everything I do is just too sweet.